Before we dive into today's video on food dyes, I need to take a moment to address something even bigger. Right now, our children are at the front lines of a battle they've never signed up for, a battle against ultra-processed food. The statistics are staggering. Rising rates of childhood obesity, type 2 diabetes, and mental health disorders, all tied to the very foods being served in our schools. These aren't just numbers, these are our kids, our future. That's why I'm joining the metabolic revolution and demanding that ultra-processed foods be banned from school meals. Together, we're calling on leaders like Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the HHS Secretary nominee, and Brooke Rollins, the USDA Secretary nominee, to prioritize our children's health and take action now. You can help. Sign the petition in the link. Comment on the USDA website and make your voice heard. Protecting our children is non-negotiable. The time for change is now. And now let's talk about another harmful element in our food supply, synthetic dyes like red number 3. These dyes are another example of how our food system prioritizes profit over public health, and it's time we demand better. Imagine you're speeding toward danger you don't even see. That's exactly what we've been doing with food dyes like red number 3. Racing toward health risks while the warning lights flash for decades. Today we're hitting the brakes. But is it enough? Stay with me to uncover the truth about red number 3, why it took so long to ban it, and what this means for your family's health. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join the movement for a healthier, safer future. Let's get this channel to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Red dye number 3 has been under scrutiny for decades. It was banned in cosmetics in the US back in the 1990s, 30 years ago. Yet it stayed in our food, our candies, and even medicines meant for children. Why? It boils down to 3 major issues: food industry lobbying, bureaucratic delays, and our outdated food safety laws. Take the Delaney Clause, for instance, a rule that says any food additive causing cancer in animals cannot be approved for human use. Sounds great in theory, but in practice, the enforcement has been painfully slow. Europe banned red number 3 in 1994, yet here we are in 2025 finally catching up. What's wrong with this picture? Let's break it down. Red number 3, also known as erythricin, is a synthetic dye that gives food its bright cherry red color. It's been linked to cancer in animal studies. Now, some claim that the doses we consume are too small to cause harm, but here's the real question. Why gamble with our health? This dye has also been connected to behavioral issues in children, hyperactivity, difficulty focusing, and mood swings. Imagine feeding your child a treat that seems innocent but could impact their brain development. Are you okay with that? It's not just about cancer or behavior. Dyes like red number 3 are chemical additives. Our bodies weren't designed to process these substances. We're exposing ourselves and our kids to risk for the sake of a brighter frosting or a more fun-looking candy. Is that a trade-off you're willing to make? Red number 3 is just the tip of the iceberg. Red number 4, yellow number 5, and blue number 1. These dyes are everywhere and they come with their own set of risks. Red number 40, for example, has been linked to hyperactivity in children. Yellow number 5, allergic reactions. And yet these dyes remain in thousands of products across the US. Why? Because we prioritize profits over public health. The food industry argues that these dyes are safe in small amounts. But let's ask ourselves, when we combine these additives in our diets, what's the long-term impact? Europe and countries like Japan, China, and Australia have far stricter regulations on food dyes. Why are we willing to settle for less? If other nations can protect their citizens, why can't we? There's hope on the horizon. With a new administration led by advocates like RFK Jr., we have an opportunity to bring meaningful change to our food system. RFK has already been vocal about holding corporations accountable and prioritizing public health over industry profits. This isn't a partisan issue. Protecting our children and families from harmful chemicals should unite all of us, not divide us. Imagine a future where our food is free of toxic additives, where we can trust what's on our plates without needing a chemistry degree to decode the ingredients. That's not a dream. It's possible. So what can you do today? First, educate yourself. Read food labels carefully. Avoid products with artificial dyes, especially if they're marketed to children. Second, advocate for change. Support organizations like the Environmental Working Group, the Center for Science in the Public Interest, and of course the metabolicrevolution.org. These groups are fighting for cleaner, safer food standards. And finally, demand more from our leaders. Let them know that food safety is non-negotiable. If we all raise our voices, we can create a healthier future for our kids and grandkids. This ban on red number 3 is a small but important step. It shows that when we speak up, change is possible. But there's still so much work to be done. We need to push for removal of other harmful dyes and chemicals from our food supply. We need a regulatory system that prioritizes public health over corporate interests. Let's treat this as a wake-up call, a chance to course correct. Our families deserve better. Our kids deserve better. And we have the power to make it happen. The car has stopped, but the journey isn't over. Together, we can steer towards a future where health, not profit, drives our decisions. Let's not wait another 30 years to make the right choices. The time to act is now. Comment below. What changes do you want to see in our food system? Let's make our voices heard. Like, share, and subscribe to join the movement for a healthier tomorrow. I'll see you in the next video.